Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode from the Multi Tools and Blades channel. Now I know you've all seen the Swisstech tool before, especially one of these ones, but definitely not one with a screwdriver like this. At least not on YouTube anyway. This one here is one of the very first 1,000 that Larry Legg made in his garage on his CNC milling machine. And just as a comparison, I've got one of the 8-in-1 models as well. These early ones are not going to be easy to come by, but when you do, they're a good find. Certainly worth adding to the collection. Look for the toothless pliers and this straight screwdriver. It was one of the first things they changed. Now I'm going to insert the original 1994 patent here so you can just see what that looks like. And these were, I think from memory, it was filed in 1994 and production started in 1996. So we just open these up. I just want to show you something very different between the very first 1,000 that were made and pretty much every one after that, including the Chinese stuff. It's hard to do this one-handed. Okay, so these are both US made ones, they're both very early, but you can see the one on the left, which is a slightly later production of the US made version, there's a casting mark, whereas the very early one they're all hand milled. And the casting is something that's carried over even to the Chinese made ones, so you can see it here on the legs as well. Just a very fine line. Yet if we have a look at this original one here, you can see that there's absolutely no casting marks at all. So that confirms that it was actually made on a mill. I can just imagine sitting in my garage on a cold winter's night with a heater just making thousands of these on my milling machine. What a great way to spend an evening. And to think Larry Legg did this all himself. I mean, that's like having an old Victorinox that Carl Elsener made himself. The nostalgia's all part of the collecting, I guess, isn't it? Just such a simple design, isn't it? But if you're thinking it's not really worth spending that extra for the US made ones, this here is a Chinese made one. This is the 19-in-1, and I'm just going to show you really why I hate this kind of stuff. So the quality control, look at this, terrible. Can you imagine having that on your keychain? I mean, ugh. There are obvious signs of use here, and I don't have a problem with things breaking after a certain amount of time, but I just don't like Chinese stuff. Just cheap. Take pride in your work. From a collecting point, you definitely want the US ones. If you just want to carry it, I'm quite sure the Chinese made ones will do just fine, but yeah, just be careful about things like this. This is just not something that you want. Unless it's really cheap. I mean, like I don't think I paid more than like $12 for that. If I get the USA made one again, this is the original, and you can see it's nice and firm and stiff. It's not too hard that you can't use it, but once you put it on a keychain, you know you're not going to lose it. That's really what it's intended for. And if you're wondering if I have any Chinese multi-tools, I do still collect them. I just don't think they're worth any airtime. I'll just leave those for the budget channels. Now I think it's time for me to go do some back to school shopping for the kids, so leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to pop a comment down. I'll answer it as quick as I can. And catch you all next time. Over.